can see them falling, yelling to say they life, but look, they don't hear me calling. See, like Gene, they be stalling as if my message is foreign, melting in this pot, falling slowly. I see them dissolving, crawling to be complete like 9 planets in orbit. Straight and forward is how it's recorded to your ear. The target I boarded from within with the intention to kill. False concepts and lies, things that ain't.
Good evening and welcome to the Final Call News Hour. I'm your host, Herman Muhammad. Now, before we get started with this evening's program, I want to tell you a little bit about the Final Call News Hour. The Final Call News Hour is the partner, if you will, of the Final Call newspaper and the Final Call online edition that you can visit at www.finalcall.com. The Final Call newspaper is the most widely circulated Black-owned and operated publication not only in this country but in the world. It also serves as the communications organ for the Nation of Islam. The Final Call News Hour is produced by the Ministry of Information under the direction of Brother Corey 2X. The Ministry of Information was born from the Millions More movement, which was launched in October of 2005 to ensure a future for all of our people. The overall mission of the Final Call News Hour is to bring an alternative source of news and commentary to our viewers. This is very much needed because although it is said we live in a free society with freedom of press, all of America's major media, both print and electronic, are owned by 5 major corporations, which we believe amounts to a monopoly on information. So programs like the Final Call newspaper are vitally important. Now today, or this evening, we're going to come out of Volume 27, Issue number 4, which reads, Holy Day of Atonement, Come Out of Her, My People. And what this particular issue is dealing with is the Holy Day of Atonement address, which was delivered by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on October 16th, 2007. Now, the Holy Day of Atonement, if you do not know, is the anniversary date, the 12th anniversary this year, of the Million Man March. And it's the 2nd year since we've launched the Millions More movement, which this program that you're watching was born from. So this is a very power-packed and full issue of the Final Call News Hour. Now, this evening we have a very, very special guest. We have a brother who hails from Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town. He's a spoken word artist, a rapper, he's a lecturer, just a beautiful, gifted, and talented brother, Brother H2. Welcome to the program.
Pleasure to be here in the Mount High Stadium. Get my headache and all that on right now. No, it's all right. Drink plenty of water when you come to Denver.
Yes, sir. All right, brother H2, we're going to get right into it. Before we get started with the subject matter tonight, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, why H2, who H2 is,
No
and
problem.
What brings you to our lovely city?
Well, it's a few different meanings to my name, H2. H2, of course, is the initials of my name, and that stands for Hashim Hakim. And Hashim being a North African name, meaning destroyer of evil. I am to first work on the evils within, and then with my gifts and talents, use it to work on the gifts and evils in the society and things of that nature. So Hashim Hakim is my name, especially in the poetry and hip-hop arena. It's H2, though,
Right.
the initials.
Yes, sir. And what brings you out to Denver?
Well, Denver, I was invited to Denver doing what I do in Chicago on the spoken word scene at a very prestigious poetry venue in Chicago called the Negro League Cafe. And it was a poet society that's here in Denver called the Speak Out Poets. And they were visiting Chicago, and they saw me perform, and they asked me to come to Denver. And wow, who'd have thunk it in Denver? You know, I would have never imagined that the consciousness that the spoken word was prevalent here. So I came here, and I've been coming back and forth for the last few months in the year 2007.
Right. Yes, sir. It's beautiful to have you, brother. Now, as we mentioned before, that the minister's lecture, the title of his lecture was Come Out of Her, My People. And the article covering it is written or appears on page number 3 of this particular issue of the Final Call newspaper, and it was written by our contributing writer, Brother H2 Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful brother, beautiful writer. First question. I mean, because in my view, of course, the subject come out of her, my people, was so timely. What did you think of the subject matter?
I think and know that, of course, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's messages are always timely. And with me being in the hip-hop arena, in the spoken word arena, the message is to all of us doing whatever we're doing that we're not supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. So in the hip-hop arena, we're talking about the let's get high, smoke this blunt, kill this person, the typical sexually explicit lyrics that we do in hip-hop, or things that we do that are kind of degrading in spoken word or maybe even hip-hop to survive for sales and things like that, to get distribution deals, to stay up with the Joneses, so to speak. It's time to come up out of that mentality and that lifestyle and do the contrary, which is give life-giving messages and talk about what it originally was when hip-hop first originated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, another aspect of the minister's message come out of her, my people. You know, you talked about coming out of the mindset, the certain mindset that our people are in. But one of the aspects of the teaching was to come out of her, my people, meaning America, and just really it dealt with the whole subject of separation. Correct. Now, what did you think of the minister's subject in light of the fact that he had so-called brothers who would be viewed as integrationists if we would be in the 60s up on the dais? And I'm speaking of the former president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, Reverend Joseph Lowry, and the present leader of that same conference, President Charles Steele. You know, what did you think of the minister's subject matter in light of having those so-called integrationists up on the stage?
Well, I'm a realist, and, you know, this suit and bow tie is one thing, but I'm a man, and I have an experience in life that has led me up to this point. So due to my experiences, I've seen the way my father may have done it or the way my grandfather may have done it, and things aren't getting better trying to do it their way. Right. So what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been talking about, have we tried it? Do we know yet? All I know is we still fill the prisons. We still the number one population in prison. We into the drug game real heavy. That's the number one crime. In addition to homicide, that's nationwide. It's not just a Chicago thing or a Denver thing. So it makes me think, have we tried it? Things aren't getting better. In Chicago, for one street, you can see 20 churches on one block. And things aren't getting better. It's getting worse. So as far as religion being a solution, I'm not so sure if that's the way, because it's a new religion that's going to pop up every 3 to 5 years, but things are getting worse. So if it's a solution, and we all say we humanitarians and we all want to so-called fix the problem, let's look into what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is saying as far as coming out of their way. We tried that for decades and centuries, and is it better? So let's come up out of that mentality. And he's really breaking the matrix. And let's at least see if this way works, what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is talking about, in opposed to if it's not broke, then we don't need to fix it. It's broken. Everything is broken in the United States. The divorce rate is over 70%. Crime is going up. It's broke. Can we at least look into what he's talking about?
Man, you're so right. You know, if a house is burning down, the thing, if it's beyond repair, the thing to do is to get out of the house.
You know what? That's so funny you say that. In fact, you know, I use this terminology a lot because we kind of get blinded from the solution. When you see this bow tie, we don't even get to know the gentleman that Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is. Or I can hear a rumor about you that I don't even know, but I already have a preconceived notion based on a rumor how you are. But I'll put it like this. If you're drowning and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan can throw the United States or the whole world a life preserver to save you or the individual or the country from drowning, would you say, no, I don't want the life preserver because you're a Muslim? No, you're going to want to say,